Hello, YouTube. So, I forgot to do the links on video. I did those last night. But I mean, you follow the instructions that it has on there. It's super simple. If you can't get those links, there is something wrong. If they gave you the wrong links or something, that's a different story. But if you can't follow Axial instructions, there's something up. They're so simple. I love Axial. They're like the only ones that give stupid simple directions. But so I got the aluminum link set for my honcho, which now he shall remain nameless until everything has been ironed out and everything. But I have a friend of mine who wants to get into doing chassis and everything like that. So that's why there's tape here and here, because I let him have it and he marked it all up, and we're going to change drive shaft angles. Now this one, that drive shaft angle is actually pretty nice. Now what actually happened there was with the kit, or not kit, with the RTR version, I got these links and they were in the kit, but these are for either the G6 or the Jeeps and the Dingos. I'm pretty sure it's the Dingo though, because I got this before the G6 even came out, I do believe. So I'm pretty sure these are for the Dingo, which is why these are super short, because if you notice up in the front, there is a terrible, terrible drive shaft angle here. And that's simply because I cannot get it to clock down, because I did not have any more of these shorter links. So I'm hoping that with these aluminum ones, I should be able to do different things with it and hopefully make the links look a little different. And another thing I want to do is I want to do a 4-link up front instead of just the normal 2-link. Now I don't know if I can actually do that. This might be in the road. I'll have to look at all of this stuff later and actually see what's going on in here, but I'm going to see if I can do a 4-link up front. If I can, fantastic, I'm going to do it. If I can't, well, I guess I got to do a 3-link. But I've built all my links to 4, so I'm really hoping that these are just going to be like a normal slide in and go. And then another thing, if you notice, the truck is moving and the pinion gear is not, because I shredded the plastic idler gear. There's a plastic gear that goes in here. Now, this one I upgraded to the AX10 aluminum out, or hardened steel outdrive, the solid one. And then this one up here is metal to begin with, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, it is, because I never touched this one. So this was my weak spot. Well, now I'm going to fix that as a weak spot, so I don't have that anymore. And then eventually I'm just going to change this truck over into being a really tough rig. Now, there's been talk, maybe I'm doing a Rancho, maybe I'm not, I don't know yet. I'd actually have to buy all the stuff for it, so I don't know, I'd have to think about it and everything, but it's going great the way it is. I mean, the only issue is side hilling. It loves to tip itself over on side hilling. Now here, it's not doing it, but when I throw the body on it, it's tipping sideways like crazy. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of weight in the back of the body simply because I got all these cages and all these bars and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a little bit of weight there, but I mean, I don't know. I'd have to play with it a little bit, but so I'm gonna string a couple videos together so that I'm not so boring when I do all of this stuff, so that it's more of a build, like an actual build, versus just me doing it, spending 30 minutes trying to show you guys this. So, alrighty, so I told you guys that I would tell you what I did and show you what I did with the aluminum links, but since it was such a pain and I had so much tuning to do, I just decided not to video it. But what I can show you is what I did. Now, for me, my dad has a pulling truck, So it was very important for me to have a good drive shaft angle. Well, I have spacers here. These spacers do actually match up, same length and everything. And I have them here because when the drive shaft is in place, now it's off right now, but when the drive shaft's in place, there's a very, very low angle to it. And what I mean by that is it's not sticking like something straight up in the air. So that front, or the rear right there, is all nice. And then the front, I had to do the same thing. And you can tell that it's actually angled down quite an awful lot. And I don't know if I want to change it, if I need to change it, I don't know what. But if I need to, I can always change it. But the front drive shaft has got a fairly decent angle now too. And the spacers I had to put in are, if I could find them, right there. I've got this silver one, this black one, and then this little silver nut back here that actually is from an erector set. And the combo of those three is just enough to get me a beautiful drive shaft angle. These aluminum links are actually very simple to put on. Like I say, just follow the instructions, you'll be golden. Now, the other thing that I've got going on here is I've got my tranny apart. And the reason for that is because I had a plastic idler gear in here. Idler gear, however you want to pronounce it. And now I have a metal one. It's a Robinson Racing, it's actually a Wraith, but this will fit as well. So what I need to do is make sure that this bearing is in there. And of course, get your fingers all nice and greasy yet again. Because, you know, I did not just clean them off before I decided to touch the camera equipment. Excellent. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cover back on. And hopefully everything will line up nicely. I don't have to force anything. Because I hate forcing stuff. Because if it's not supposed to go together, then we've got issues. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this one up a little bit. This screw here. Just so that there's actually something holding the case together. And it's not just like magic or something. And of course I have a drill for doing this reel, but this'll do suffice right here. So now what I want to do is I want to be able to turn this, and it's actually hanging up because I don't have it put back together 100% right, so it's catching on the spur gear or on the pinion. But I'll go ahead and I'll slap that back together, and then it should be all nice and smooth. And the green stuff I put in it was actually, I have Aqua Lube. It's very, very old, but it says the proven underwater lubrication grease for, it said boat trailer and some other stuff, but that's all dirty on it now. Marine grease works just the same. It's just, actually, any grease would work just the same. It's just what I decided to use. It's actually made for water, so I figure, hey, if it's made for water, then it'll be better for water. So that's what I did there. So as soon as I get this all put back together, hopefully I'll have a video. I don't know if it'll be a running video or what it'll be, but there might be something tacked on to the end of this. I don't know yet. Alrighty, so here is the first actual test. I didn't change anything forward or backwards wise, so I mean it's still going to go forward or backwards. But I'm wondering about the steering. How's our steering going to be? Steering doesn't look too bad. I mean, uh-oh. Seems that I have lost ESC connection. Let's do the old unplug, replug. Whatever happened, all I did was replug in my ESC, And now it works. Oh well. I don't know, it seems to be doing pretty nice. I mean, I don't really have anything set up indoors to where I could show you. It does seem that it does not want to turn very well, though. I don't know. It seems to do alright. Except for the fact I can't flip it over. Oh, that's my toe that's in the spur gear. Alright, we're just going to go backwards. Seems alright. But here's what I meant by drive shaft angles. That one is like gorgeous. And that one is literally the bottom back here. The bottom back here. Oh, buddy. That's fantastic. Now, why do I have so much slop and everything? Well, that, my friends, is a great question. I actually looked up inside of one of these. Right up inside there. That little slot you see. I actually looked up inside. I have so much free play in those slots. And it's almost crazy. Because, like, I don't understand. Here, let me grab the radio. So there's an Axial radio. Front tire on the ground. Just about how high. Almost. Let's check out the front now. I think the front's going to be a little less. Yeah. The front's a little bit less, but with my battery, my ESC, my receiver, and my servo and everything all up front now, I think this truck is going to be a tank because I'm picking it up right here at the middle. Like, I have to hold it because right here in the middle, it wants to go so far forward. And these aluminum links, I mean, I don't know if they added any more weight. I don't know if I lost weight with going with aluminum, because those plastic ones are freaking super thick. I know I'll be getting more ground clearance because you can already tell the difference between the plastic and the aluminum. So I'll be able to get more ground clearance up in here. Plus, I think it just makes the truck look a whole lot sharper. Now, what the heck Axial did here with these, I have no stinking idea. I have no idea why Axial just didn't do one solid link like that. Maybe because they know people are going to change drive shaft links. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. But, you know, that's what Axial did. So, I think it kind of makes it look a little trashy having a bunch of little, I don't even know if you want to call them nipples or what you want to call them, but I think it looks a little trashy having all these in here. I think it looks dumb, but... Oh, and another thing I did a 4-link up front. So instead of that fake Y, I have a true 4-link. I don't think you can get a good look at it because I can't really get the camera in there, but I have a true 4-link now versus that fake 4-link that was really a 3-link. So I mean it moves pretty smoothly. I mean it rocks. Now these shocks, I'm gonna be getting some Wraith shocks so I could stick it from down here all the way up here and still have some of this elevation that I need, because with the body on, here's the back, here it is on the front, just sitting there. When you go all the way up, see it doesn't actually look like it's touching now, but when you actually get on something, it's like this body wants to pull down more for some odd reason. So yeah, I did trim away just a little bit here, but I had to do just a little bit of a lift so that I'd have clearance. But I think I did too much of a lift, and I changed stuff around too much, that I'm just going to get some stock Axial race shocks, stick them there, because that looks way too stinking high. Like, I realize these are 2.2s and stock ones are 1.9s, but it's way too high. When you're side hilling with this big beefy body, right there is its tipping point. Well, I know I crawled around on several hills that were way more than that. So let's just look here. Its tipping point is about there. Take the body off. Now we'll see where its tipping point is. Well, I can already tell you it's way more. I'm like almost completely horizontal. Or vertical. It's late. But so enough of me rambling on about nothing. Alright, see you next time.